Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video I'm really excited to do. We're going to be trying some new makeup and getting this look today here. So a lot of the products that I'm trying out today are the products that I hauled in my Sephora summer sale haul video. So if you missed that video, it went up earlier this week. I will link it down below if you want to check out everything that I picked up when I had the 20% off at Sephora. But I'm trying out the Shiseido Self-Refreshing Foundation, the Giorgio Armani Fabric Concealer, also some new face products from Lawless, their bronzer, the Ofra Madison Miller collab, one of the blushes from that collaboration, the Benefit Cookie Highlight. Hello. I also have the new Fenty Brow Pencil I'm trying out, and some new lip products from Charlotte Tilbury, and also the Pure and Barbie collaboration. So we do have a lot to try out this week. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Hello there. I feel very influencer like with my little hair clips in. I've been seeing these going around a lot, and they were actually a part of a PR package that I received recently, and I was like, yes girl, I am gonna put those in my hair. Maybe it'll make me more Instagram worthy, if you will. I'm never Instagram worthy, let me tell you. I've also been shadow banned on Instagram since, I don't know, forever, 2 years or something. I don't even know why I still post on Instagram. Oh my goodness. But let's go ahead and jump into it. So to start off with the skin, I'm just going to go ahead and prime. I'm going to use from Fenty Beauty. This is the Pro Filter Hydrating Primer. I do have a new foundation that I'm trying out today with the Shiseido, but I have tried the Fenty primer quite a bit and I like it. And I don't think it's like, it doesn't make me like overly like dewy. It doesn't really change the finish of a foundation. It's just like nice and hydrating, a little bit smoothing. So I thought that I could use this one today because I haven't shown it a ton on my channel. When I was first testing it out, I was really kind of using it behind the scenes because I was able to be privy to that Fenty Beauty was coming out with the Pro Filter Hydrating Foundation. So they sent me these products early, and they sent the primer also. So I reviewed it, but I haven't really like shown it or talked about it a whole ton on my channel, even though I've had it for a while. So it feels nice when I smooth it out onto my skin. It also just gives like just the slightest bit of tack to the skin, but not a whole lot. Again, it's not like a really luminous or dewy primer. It's just more like, it feels a little bit more hydrating, like a little bit more moisturizing. But I do quite like that one. All right, so for the foundation, like I had in my Sephora haul, this is from Shiseido, the Self-Refreshing Foundation with SPF 30. I have the shade 240 Quartz. Really anxious to see if this works for me. So I'm excited to try this out. It does say to shake well before you use, so I'm going to go ahead and shake it, and then you kind of like twist the cap here, and then the product should come out. I'm going to use the Dose of Color sponge because I've been really loving on this sponge here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and blend out onto my skin. First thoughts are the shade match doesn't seem terrible. I kept getting so many like yellow foundations. I was getting a little bit flustered. This one looks pretty good so far with the undertone. So this foundation is supposed to be more of a medium coverage with a natural finish, which are my sweet spots for foundations. It was $47, kind of pricier, especially compared to the new foundations that I ranked in my most recent foundation ranking video. Those were all in the $30 range, so a little bit more pricey at the $47 mark. But the biggest claim on this one that people seem to be most interested in is that it's supposed to continually self-refresh throughout the day, so you always look great. So there's that. Okay, so this is one side with the foundation on. I just kind of have like a little dot over here. So far so good. I felt like it blended out pretty nice on the skin. I like the shade match so far. I think that looks good. I do like the coverage on it. I would say it's medium because I can still see, I usually have like redness or like breakouts on my chin. I can still like kind of see them poking through, but they're pretty much covered, but it's not like full coverage, which again, I like more of a medium coverage, so I'm happy about that. Okay, so this is the foundation totally blended out on my skin. So far, I like it. I like the coverage on it. I like the finish because it does look more natural, maybe with just, oh, I was gonna say maybe with just like a little bit of dewiness, but I don't think it's really like too much. Like it really does just look nice and natural. Again, I feel like it covered up a lot, but it's not too, like, it doesn't feel too heavy on my skin right now. I feel like it looks and feels pretty good, so So far, so good. I am filming this at 11 o'clock. If I seem like rushed on this video, I'm filming on Wednesday. I'm doing a YouTube live at 12:30. So these videos usually take me quite some time to film. So I'm trying to get through this as quickly as I can so I can do the live and like maybe eat lunch before 3 o'clock today. I don't really know how that's gonna go. But I will have a pinned comment in my description box sharing some further thoughts I have on all of these products that I'm trying. So if you want to check that out, that will be there. Hey guys, so like I said, I was going to try to pop back on to do a little update with the foundation. I ended up keeping the foundation on a lot longer than I thought I was going to. We had some unexpected company tonight. Some of Mitch's siblings stopped over and hung out with us for a while. So I was planning to take my makeup off quite a bit earlier and like showering and all of that, but that's okay because it was fun to socialize. So it is actually 9:30 p.m. which means this foundation has been on for about 10 hours now. I put it on about 11 o'clock, 11:30 or so, and like I said, it's 9:30 right now. My math could be wrong. I've had a few glasses of wine, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but this is what the foundation is looking like. So I didn't do like an actual wear test. Like I said, I truly didn't think I was gonna wear this foundation this long, but this is what the foundation is looking like. I haven't touched it at all throughout the day. I haven't done powder, I haven't done spray, I haven't done any sort of touch-ups, and this is what the foundation is looking like. It actually started to pull a little bit more dewy on my skin as I've been kind of checking like throughout the day and kind of seeing what it looks like. I've noticed that it almost looks just slightly more on the dewy side a little bit here. Not overly, like I don't feel like I have to powder. Again, I have dry skin, but like my forehead, maybe I would want to powder my forehead a little bit. Like it's a little bit shiny right up here. And that, I feel like it's still held up really well. It hasn't really broke up anywhere else. It looks slightly heavier on my skin. Like if I look really close, I can tell that I am wearing makeup. Like I can tell that I have foundation on, but it still feels really nice and lightweight. Again, just a little bit shiny there through my forehead, but not bad. Not bad, especially, I mean, like I said, I'm at 10 hours right now. So again, wanted to do this little check in here so you could see how the foundation it lasted throughout the day. I hope this was helpful. Let's get back to the video. Shade match, I really don't mind. I feel like that's like more nice and neutral. I don't feel like it's too yellow. It's not like it's maybe a tiny bit light, but not too much. Like I'm actually, this is probably the best shade matching I have done for my foundations in quite some time, which has me very excited, but anxious to see what I think of it. I think that it feels really nice on my skin. For my concealer, I'm going to use the Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Stretchable Concealer. I have the shade 3.5. So I also grabbed this, of course, in the Sephora sale on recommendation from Mel Thompson. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and spread some on my under eyes and a little bit on my eyelids to act as my eyeshadow primer. It does feel like when I swatched it, it felt like more of a hydrating concealer, so I'm not too worried about blending out quicker. Like if concealers are a little bit dry, I like to apply and then blend out one eye, but it feels a little bit more hydrating. So I'm going to go ahead and also blend that in with the Dose of Color sponge. It also feels really lightweight, so I'm anxious to see what I think the coverage on this one is. I'm having some redness around my nose due to allergies, so I kind of put a little bit of concealer there. But I feel like it's blending out really easily. It does feel more hydrating, which I like. I tend to like a full coverage yet hydrating concealer, and sometimes it's a little bit hard to find because a lot of times with full coverage it's more mattifying or like a little bit more on the drier side. So sometimes finding like my perfect concealer can be a little bit of a toughie for me. I don't always do concealer on my chin when I'm testing out a new foundation, but I'm going to put just a little bit over the blemish that I have on my chin there and blend it out. Since it is more of a medium coverage foundation, I'm going to give it just a little bit of help today. And because I have like 3 other videos to film plus a YouTube live, like we got a lot going on today. But let me get close again so you can see the concealer. I think that looks really nice. It almost left more of like it doesn't look matte on my under eyes. It almost left more of like a satiny finish or something. I like that though. It doesn't look to be super full coverage, but I feel like it still covered a lot for my under eyes. Again, so far so good. I'll be really curious to see how it holds up throughout the day and see what we think. I like the way that it felt though. Like right when I started to put it on, I was like, ooh, I like this. I like that more lightweight, more hydrating concealer. That's what I'm seeing with this. I know a lot of you said you bought this in the sale too when I did my haul video. So I'd love to know if you got it. Have you been trying it out? I'm just going to set the concealer with this By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Powder. I'm not going to set my whole face because I like to see when I first try a foundation. I kind of avoid powdering my face. I do also have dry skin because I didn't say that. And if you're new to my channel, I do have dry skin, so I don't always powder my skin. But especially the first time I'm using a foundation, I tend to not powder my face. But I do always set my concealer. It's just a step that I always do. So I'm gonna go ahead and use some of this powder. I forget that a little bit goes a very long way with this powder. I used this in last Friday's trying new makeup video as well. This is a pricey little powder. You can find By Terry at Beautylish, and I don't think I realized how expensive their products were. I'm just gonna go ahead and knock away any, I don't really like bake or like leave setting powder on for a super long time, but see, like a little bit goes a very long way. Maybe it's a good thing I didn't use this. I almost used this powder when I was doing a live get ready with me earlier in the week, and I was getting ready to get my new driver's license photo taken, and I said I was going to use it, and people were like, wait, does it have flashback? And I was like, oh no, I did not test that part out for it, so I didn't use it. But I will try to take a flash photo also once we're done here and insert it so we can see how everything looks. I've been meaning to do that too, like especially with foundations and such, but also powders. I think that's really important, so I'm trying to remember to include those. I do like how my under eyes look with the powder. It does look very blurring, very smoothing, but man, that's just, it's like $60 for that powder. It did get sent over to me. It's my first product that I'm trying from By Terry, and that's why I was like looking at the brand a little bit closer on the Beautylish site, and I was like, alrighty then, okay. All right, so let's move over to some face products because I have some items that I'm excited to try out, including this bronzer here from Lawless Beauty. So I got the bronzer in Golden Hour, and so it comes in this nice compact here. Has a little mirror on it. This is the lighter shade of the Lawless bronzer, but I'm excited to try this one out. So I'm going to use my Sigma F30, which is one of my favorite bronzer brushes, and I'm going to go ahead and bronze a bit here and see what we think. I just love trying new bronzers. It's like, it really feels like one of my favorite products to try out is bronzers these days. This one is almost looking like it's not a totally matte bronzer. Like it almost looks like it has a little bit of a sheen to it, which I like. I wondered that when I swatched it. I kind of felt the same, but I don't know, sometimes with swatches, I just like to get them on my skin and see what I think, but it almost is giving just like a little bit of radiance. Ooh, I like that. I really like this color. I believe there's 2 shades in this one. Again, this is more of the lighter one. Ooh, I like this color there though, and I'm like building it up. I try to go in, you know, a little bit light-handed because sometimes, you remember the Wander Beauty face palette, sometimes bronzers can really pack a punch and then it's kind of hard to blend out. But this looks really buildable and still really natural, which I like for a bronzer. Ooh, that's pretty. I'm going to bronze my forehead here. I like this compact too, a really nice mirror in it. Yeah. This was, again, Lawless Beauty is one of those brands that is more higher priced. I like a lot of their products, but I try to buy most of them on sale if I can, because it is higher in the price tag, but I like a lot of the products, so I'm really happy that I'm feeling on this bronzer right now. Bronzer, so far so good. I like that. I'm really liking on it a lot. I feel like it went over the foundation well too, like no weirdness going on over here. Okay, I just get really excited when I'm trying makeup and things appear to be working out well. I'm just like want to do a dance, because it doesn't always happen that way, okay? Oh man. All right, so for blush, I'm really excited about this blush. So Ofra Cosmetics is doing a collaboration with Madison Miller. So she is a fellow YouTuber here, and it's a collaboration with Madison, but also Ipsy. Madison is a part of the Ipsy, what are they called? I know they have a name, but like Ipsy picks, usually it's like 4 influencers, I think, or something like that to kind of like represent them. They do a lot of different a lot of different things during their time with Ipsy. I know that was like Desi and Katie were a part of the Ipsy team. I think Crispy was maybe at one point, but I know Madison currently is. So this is kind of the collaboration with Ipsy and then Madison Miller. So they have highlighters releasing, blushes, there's a face palette, there's some lip products, a lip gloss, and so I'm going to be trying out one of the blushes. I believe this collaboration is launching September 1st, I think it is, on the Ofra website. The blush that I'm using is in Sweet Stuff, which looks like this. So yeah, big congratulations to Madison Miller. This looks like a really pretty collaboration. I am an affiliate with Ofra, and I did get these sent over to me, and I'm really excited to try it out. Everything looks really pretty in here. So I grabbed the blush from today to test out. So that does mean though, after September 1st and this collaboration, my time with Ofra is finished. So if you would, this video is going out Friday, which I think is the 30th. So tomorrow, the 31st, is going to be the final day to get to my collaboration with Ofra. I'm super sad. Maybe one day in the future we can come back with the March Beauty Word highlight, or maybe a mini. I think that would be so cool. But after August, my collaboration is going to be finished with Ofra. But good news, you got some more products, you got some more new stuff. This is the collab with Madison Miller. So again, I'm gonna use the blush in Sweet Stuff. I'm gonna grab out, this is the Moda, I think this is like the angled foundation brush or something, but I like it, the angled blender, but I like it for blush. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and use to apply to my cheeks here. It picks up a lot of product, so I try to go in a little bit light-handed, if you will, but I still like it as a blush brush, even though I'm pretty sure it's like technically for foundation, but it's just brushes. You can do whatever you want with them. That blush is really pretty too. I can't tell, it looks like it has a sheen, but it might be the highlight. Let me go ahead and swatch it and see. No, I think this looks more of a matte blush. So I think it is the bronzer that's giving me that that glowy look, because this does look to be more of a matte finish. It does look very pretty. It looks like very pigmented also. So that is from Madison Miller and Ofra, the Sweet Stuff blush. You'll have to let me know if you're interested in this collaboration. Okay, so before we move over to eyeshadow, I do have some new brow pencils that I want to try out. These are the new brow products from Fenty Beauty. So they just came out with the Brow MVP Ultrafine Brow Pencil and Styler. So they did send me these over in PR. They sent me 3 different shades, and they sent me light blonde, medium blonde, and also dark ash blonde. So I did some swatches on my hand here. So the first one is light blonde, then medium blonde, and then dark ash blonde. So I think I'm actually gonna try the middle one, which is medium blonde. I honestly think that like all 3 of these could work for me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the middle one and see what we think. And then these are what the actual pencils look like. They are like they're a little bit thicker, like they have some like oomph to them, if you will. So you have the like ultra fine pencil on one side here, and then on the other side you do have this kind of like interesting brush. I've been seeing people say that they like it. So this kind of reminds me of like those oval brushes that were really popular at one point. Like it reminds me of like a teeny tiny little eyebrow one for that. So I'm curious, because it's not like a spoolie, but you know, I mean, hey, we're gonna give it a shot. Again, like I said, I've seen just a few people chatting about these, and they're saying that they like it. So first I'm gonna take the brush side, because typically when I do my brows, first I go ahead and spoolie them up. Okay, and then it's hard for me to talk when I do my brows, but I start underneath here and kind of just lightly sketch it out and follow underneath my brow to start it off. Follow it all the way out here, and like to make a little tail out there. Use the brush to kind of help line everything up, and then I just start to fill it in. I don't typically do a line straight like at the top of my brow. I mostly just do it at the bottom. I don't know why, it's just personal preference. I see a lot of people truly like map out their brows and then fill it in, and that's just the way that I have found that I like doing it. And you guys all know that I am a brow master. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's because I got the clips in. I'm feeling like a brow master. Okay, okay. I'm just kidding. So as I'm going along, I feel like it's not like as easy to fill in my brows as I was hoping to. I feel like I'm kind of going over the same spots over and over again. Like I keep going over this spot and I still have like a bald area there, so I might try the next darker color. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why the color would really be playing a part in that. But I'm gonna brush up kind of the inner hairs here, and then I just kind of use like, just kind of flick upwards to try to mimic some brow hairs out here. I don't know, like I'm almost like going over my brows, and I'm like, I looked at one point to see, I thought maybe the product had gotten pushed all the way down and I wasn't actually putting any product in my brows. I don't know if I love this right off the bat. And I typically like more, because I was planning to purchase this myself to try it out, because I like more of like this more precise tip, like the Benefit Precisely My Brow. But I don't know, man, something doesn't seem to be driving right now. No matter how many times I'm going over this spot, there's a bald spot in my brows. Like, what? I don't understand what's happening there. It's not, and I feel like I'm just making it worse. What is going on? It doesn't feel like super creamy. Like sometimes with really creamy brow products, it's almost like you're just moving the product around versus like placing it on the brows. But I don't know, this is kind of, that was not what I was expecting. I thought like I was gonna totally love it, but I don't feel like that's my best brow I've ever done. Let's try the other side. This is kind of like my worst, like not as like shaped natural brow, but I'll go ahead and give it a shot and see. Again, I'll try the different colors too. Maybe I need like the next darker color. I'm not sure. So here's how the second brow is looking. Again, I just feel like there's areas that aren't filled in. I don't know. This is kind of strange because I feel like I like the actual feel of it. Again, not too creamy because I don't love like overly creamy pencils. It's not dry. I really thought I was going to like love this right away. Huh. I don't mind the brush. It almost, I feel like the brush maybe gives like more of like a natural finish to the brows versus like a spoolie can sometimes look like really like combed through. So if you like that look, you might like the brush. I like that it's something different, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to try this out a few more times and see what I think, because right away, like I don't think they're the worst brows I've ever done, because like, let's just be serious, but I don't know, they're not my favorite. And see, I don't mind the color. I feel like that looks like a pretty natural color for me right now, right? Are you seeing the same thing I am? But I will try the next color up and see if maybe that helps, or I don't know. Oh, my stomach just growled. Oh boy. Okay. I don't know. Interesting. Interesting. I'll keep trying out that brow pencil, but right away, like I like to say, my sock stayed on. I literally got up to go get a setting spray, and then I was like, no, girlfriend, do not spray your face when you're trying out a foundation for the first time. So I'm not going to spray my face. I'm going to see how the Shiseido holds up, and you know, it's supposed to be self-refreshing, so it better be. For the eye look, I don't have a new eyeshadow palette right now, so I'm just going to use the rude. I use the Sigma Beauty Enchanted palette, so I've used this in a past Get Ready With Me also, but I'm just going to go ahead and use this one here and just put together like a pretty quick eye look. So I'm kind of speed through this. I'm going to pick up the first shade in Quartz, conveniently also the shade of my foundation, nice, and the Colourpop E4, and just run that all over the lid here. Up the shade Innocent, this kind of light matte pink mauve, and the brush that comes with this palette, and using the E38 side, I'm going to kind of really work this all over the lid. Like I'm going to blend it into the crease, but then work it all over. I want to do some layering of the shadows in here because I think some look fun. I kind of want to see how they look if I layer them together. So this is also kind of acting as like a base shade, but I'm also, again, blending it into the crease, the outer part of my eye, and all of that. So just wanted to do something a little quick and fun, since I'm telling you, like I'm really trying to stand firm on like not purchasing a ton of eyeshadow palettes. In my latest Will I Buy, I felt like there was quite a few that were giving me a double take, but like in the Sephora sale, you know, if you caught my haul, it's a lot of complexion products, obviously, because we tried out most of them already right now, and like hair products. Like that's what I'm really into right now. So, but it's nice because I've only used the Sigma palette I think 2 or 3 times now, and you know, obviously I want to be able to review it and share some of the different looks I'm doing, so I don't mind coming back and, you know, getting another look with this one. I feel like this palette has been getting a lot of love online. I've been seeing a lot of really positive reviews on it. I love the brushes that come in these palettes because they're actual Sigma brushes, so they're great quality. They're not just like a little kind of like cheapy brush to throw into a palette. So I really enjoy that. And I am a Sigma affiliate. My code is Samantha. If you're interested in saving some money at checkout. Next up, I'm going to take this is where I'm going to start layering and just kind of see what happens. So first I'm going to pick up the shade, is it Plum or Plume? I think that's Plume. I have some eyeshadow kind of covering it, but I'm pretty sure it is Plume. And then the Sigma E54. This is actually on the opposite side of that dual ended brush in here, but that side is dirty, so I need to clean it. So I'm just going to pick up this shade first and start to press it all over the lid. Oh, it's kind of pretty by itself. Hold on, do I need to scoot a little bit? Yeah, that's pretty. I like that, just on its own. Stand firm in your game plan, Samantha. Stand firm in your game plan. Other than that, I'm going to pick up a little bit of budding here in the top row. I'm just going to use the other side of this E54, and I'm just going to kind of place it right on top of this other shadow. I do not do layering a lot, so I'm kind of like, what the heck am I even doing? But I just wanted to see like what kind of effect we could get, because there's some really cool like of these kind of like glittery shadows in here. So I just wanted to do something a little bit different and just see like different technique wise for me and see what I'm feeling. So I'm just kind of patting it right over that shadow, but not like fully covering it. Almost kind of like spotlight eye-ish, if you will. Kind of focusing it on the center, but just a little bit outwards too. Yeah, just a little bit like that. Just a little something, okay? I did not spray my brush either with these. I've been using a dry brush, but I've been really impressed with the shadows in here and the shimmers, and also the amount of fallout. Like, I got just a little bit with the Plume shade, but not a whole ton, not anything that would like ruin a look if I did my face first. I like this. Yeah, to make sure that they match okay. Sometimes, guys, 2 eyes, trying to get them, I mean, 2 eyebrows, ooh, don't even get started on that struggle there. Trying to match like liner, oh my gracious. Oh, the problems that we face as makeup lovers, you guys, seriously. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the E38 and just kind of make sure everything looks blended here. Again, it's just kind of more of like a quick and easy, like just kind of thrown together type of eye look, so I'm not really like too concerned, and I feel like it did actually a pretty good job, so that's fun. I like that. Just a little something with the Sigma Enchanted palette. I think that looks really pretty. I added a little bit of brown liner to my waterline. This is the Neutrogena Smoky Kohl eyeliner. And then for my lower lash line, I'm going to take the Colourpop E1, just kind of like a pencil brush here. And I'm going to mix together the shades Innocent and also Loam. So Innocent and Loam, just 2 matte shades here. Getting mostly, like I'm going to do 1 dip on Innocent, 1 Loam, and then 2 more Innocent. And tap it off there. And then run that on my lower lash line. I'm feeling on these colors with my green eyes too. Just kind of really like, I like a good like smoky lower lash line. So just kind of bringing it down kind of far with that pencil brush from Colourpop. It's a little bit like of a larger pencil brush from Colourpop. Okay, and then I'm just going to take a small detail brush and I'm going to pick up a little bit of Sunburst and put that into my inner corner. And also as a brow bone highlight. I like the way that the eye look came out though. That was fun. I don't have a new mascara, so I'm just going to add some from Winky Lux. This is the So Extra mascara. The eyes are done, so moving over to my highlight. The majority of people said you wanted to see the Benefit Cookie highlight when I did my haul, because I also picked up the one from Lawless Beauty, but I felt like there was more comments saying you wanted to see the one from Benefit. So I'm going to go ahead and try this on here, and I'm going to use my Makeup Molly Doll 10 Prepping Perfector brush that I like to use as a highlight brush, and see what we get here. Yeah, that is That's my when you find a highlight that you love dance. Whoo, that is beaming. If you do not like a blinding highlight, you stay far, far away from this one, because that is like, that is crazy intense. But I like it. I'm gonna do just a little bit on the tip of my nose and down the center of my nose also. Woo! Well, I feel like the hype was really real with this one. Okay. For my lip combo, I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude Lip Liner. I did purchase this in my haul, and I also purchased the Superstar Lips in Pillow Talk. I used this exact combo in last week's Trying New Makeup video, so I thought I would still use the lip liner, but I'm going to use one of the lipsticks from the Pure and Barbie collection. So they recently did a collaboration with Barbie. This is the Iconic Lips Signature Semi Matte Lipstick. I'm going to use the shade Classic. So they did send this over to me as well. I purchased the lashes from this collection myself, but Pure did send along some of the items, and the lipsticks come in this like super sparkly packaging. You press the button at the top there, and then it kind of pops out the bottom. And again, the shade I'm using is Classic, and so it looks like it's like super sparkly, like super sparkly lipstick as well, but it's actually more like when you swatch it, it's not like a glitter lipstick or anything. So there's the swatch of Classic, and it's supposed to be that semi-matte finish. Kind of blend the lipstick into the lip liner. It's more pink than I thought it was going to be. I actually thought it was going to be more, yeah. I don't know, I thought it was going to be a little bit more nude, but I like it. Well, I'll say for the lip color, it definitely felt like more of a matte lipstick. It wasn't super creamy. It says it's a semi-matte, but it definitely felt more like just matte on the lips. I like the way that it looks so far right now. We'll see kind of how it wears throughout the day. It feels comfortable right now, like it doesn't feel super dry or anything like that, so I like the way it feels, and I like more of a matte finish lipstick, so I'm excited to try this one out. I like the color. I think that it matches this look well. I just for some reason thought it was going to be a little bit more nude, but I still like the color. But after that, that's going to wrap it up for today's Trying New Makeup. You'll have to let me know what you thought of all of the products that I use. What did you think of the hair clips? Do you think it really elevated this video? I don't know. You'll have to let me know. Going over the new products that I tried out, I still think the Shiseido Foundation looks pretty good right now. So again, we'll see how it lasts throughout the day. I will really try hard to record a clip tonight so you can see what it looks like, but you can also check my pinned comment where I'll have some more info down there. The concealer, I really liked that as well. Happy with that. The Lawless bronzer, I was really excited about that one. I thought that looked beautiful. The blush I thought worked really well too. Like I like all of my complexion products. Obviously the highlight is like on another level, so I'm feeling that. What other new products did we try out? Eye products weren't new, and then just the lipsticks. Again, pretty happy with these. So, oh, the Fenty eyebrow pencil. That was the only thing that I'm a little bit unsure of in this video right away, like right off the bat. So you'll have to let me know if you guys have grabbed this one. They are available now. So let me know if you grabbed it, if you've tried it yet, and what you're thinking. I will definitely keep trying it. And as always, I'll come back in a couple weeks to give my full thoughts on everything that I tried out in today's video. But let me know what you thought. I would love to know what you think of our final look. Let me know in the comments. I look forward to reading them. And as always, if you guys did enjoy this video, I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up. I hope that you also consider subscribing before you go. And I will see you in tomorrow's video.